Hello everybody, this is Havoc and welcome back to Pharaoh, a new era. We are back into it, and we are still in the Old Kingdom. We just finished up the city of On, and we are now on to Rostja, which should be a really fun thing. We have a lot going on here. Our first Sphynx, our first pyramid complex, and a medium pyramid. This is going to be a pretty darn long episode, I imagine. At least for me, not for you. But before we begin, thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope you do enjoy it. We have no population conditions. We have no anything outside of a kingdom rating and a monument rating, which means we are going to sport a rather large population, as I would like to tackle multiple projects at once. So this might be, depending on the land size, our biggest one yet. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. Let's get right in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rostja. Now, one thing to mention right off the bat is this might be a bit more challenging than I had anticipated. We don't have a ton of farmland. All the farmland we have is basically over on this area, which the vertical slice is a bit hard to deal with, but I think overall we'll be okay. But we also have a lot of hunting food that we can have. So essentially what we're going to have is a lot of vertical slices of our housing districts going all up and down this main river. We do have everything over here as well, but I'm not quite sure that we're going to need it. If anything, one thing that I could do right off the bat is to simply put a bridge over where these guys can start harvesting all of the ostriches. But as normal, we're going to look through all of our things that we need to do here. Services, we have all the normal stuff, nothing new. I will say we may start getting into the larger house complexes, although that does scare me a decent bit. We actually only have a hunting lodge. Oh, okay. All right. So we actually don't even get to use the benefit of this farming, which is a little bit frustrating. It means we're gonna have to import more food if we want to level up our people, but we have ways of doing, making money in the future anyways. All right, so we have a shipwright, which means we are going to work on some warfare. We're going to need some transport wharves and things like that. We have access to gemstone and plainstone. Now, gemstone is great because it allows us to make jewels and gemstones. I would imagine there are going to be places here that want to, well, can I not? There we go. So they buy gems and they buy jewelry. And it looks like, okay, we're not in the best of positions. They also buy gems and jewelry. So we are going to export gems and jewelry, which still works, because if we go to our thing over here, they buy gems and jewelry, and both of those are very expensive to export. At least in retrospect, there are a few things, weapons and whatnot, that we could potentially export in the future, but regardless, we are going to make most, if not all, of our money solely on this. Now, it does mean that we are going to have to import all of our raw goods as well. So it's going to be a very interesting scenario. We're going to have lots of industry that we're going to have to work on, lots of coordination with docks and things of that nature, but I'm pretty darn excited overall. We have limitations, but they're not that bad. And in fact, we have jeweler, potter, and a papyrus maker, which means that we're going to have to import beer. We can't even make beer, but we were able to make our own pottery and make our own papyrus. So at least we have those going for us. We also have a very limited number of gods, which is good for us because they're easier to manage. We have all the things here, a tower, gatehouse, although that's not all necessary. And then of course we have a medium pyramid, which is pretty darn big. We have our giant pyramid plaza, which does have to be connected to the water, mind you. And I don't even know. Okay, so we could build it over here, which may be kind of the better solution overall. We may do that. And then of course we also need a Sphynx. So we're going to have a lot of big complexes here and not a super ton of room to build them in. But regardless, I think we'll be okay. Let's go ahead and start building. I have 10,000 gold here. What I do want to know, I always forget the numbers despite having played this so long. We only have a savings of 7,300, but I think we could go ahead and jumpstart with 2 regions, get things rolling as fast as humanly possible, and then go from there. So let's go ahead and get our 2 regions established. I'll see you in just a little bit. All right, we've got our basics established, and hopefully this will be enough to work basically what we need to have for the foreseeable future, I would say. This isn't the most optimal, but at the same time, I do think it kind of looks pretty cool having everything right here, and we can even get our industry rolling right along on all these spots. So we need to get food rumbling and grumbling. In fact, we could, that's just so perfect for all of our storage things. So we're gonna do food right here. And in fact, I think we might have enough spots. There we are. Perfect. And then it looks like we just have a ton of hunting lodges. 2, 3, 4, 5. Only about 4. And again, probably more storage yards there as well. We are going to go massively, I won't say in debt per se, but we're certainly going to allow that all to come in and get done correctly. Totally understanding that we're going to have a huge deficit here. Yep, 269 people. Now enough people will come in to where it's not going to be that big of a deal. But regardless, we are still going to have a little bit of a deficit for a while. Oh, that's right. We need to accept all. There we go. Now hopefully people will be grabbing it and running off with it, which is just fine and dandy with me. And we're already sitting at a positive population. So what we can do now is we can immediately get into all of our production of our stoneware, as it were. Now the only issue I see with this, well, let's take a look at the world map. Okay, maybe not. The only issue I see, that is a water trade route, and that is a water trade route as well. So we can go ahead and open up the water trade route. But the problem is that our only stones, apologies, it looks like my game crashed. It looks like the only supply is going to be all the way over here. So we are going to have to start working on that quite drastically, and it's going to need to be a lot. So we are going to kind of really overproduce here, because I think it will be necessary simply to keep up the potential supply and demand. And then we're going to go with loads and loads of jewelers. Now the question is, do I have to have this connected? Because if I do, it's going to be a little bit of a pain. But if I don't, then that's great. But we're going to go ahead and connect it anyways. I don't know that that will actually work. We're going to connect that. And we're going to, you know, block it off right here. That's fine. But then what we're going to do is we're just going to have a massive amount of jewelers. And we may even build this up into different sectors or something in the future. But yep, we're out of money. Okay, we burned through all of our cash, which isn't a big deal. But then what we're going to do is we're going to have a thing dedicated completely and solely to gems, and then another one dedicated completely and solely to jewelry. That way, when we do start exporting a lot, it's not such a huge deal. We can export a lot of both, and everything will be hunky-dory. And we're going to place that right there. Again, that's going to put us 300 in the hole, but once we start getting people rolling in non-stop, as we see right here, it's not going to be that big of a deal. And even then, we can go export when over 400. We're going to export when over 400. And that's going to allow great things to happen here. Now, what we can do also is we can only trade gems and only trade jewelry there. So that way they're kind of split up in two in case we have multiple people come in. Now, as you see already, we are having a bit of a deficit still, but I think it'll be all right. I'm honestly not too concerned. My only concern is not making enough money to offset the debt, essentially. So let's not worry about this. I am going to juggler school it up, though. Get these people the entertainment that they so crave and desire. There we go. We're starting to upgrade. Now we're only down by 136, which isn't too shabby overall. There we go. Everyone's upgrading. Everyone's very happy with life right now. For those that are upgrading anyways. All right, cool. And again, I just love the art style. It's just never going to get old. I'm not even that upset about the people running around. And then Todd just blessed us by putting everything in here for us. And that's really heckin' awesome. So much so, then we go ahead and drop a few more of these. Employees needed, that's fine. Are these people picking up jewelry?
Welcome additions to the bazaar.
Interesting. Okay, so that should work out for now. And then we should all be good to go. Nice. Everyone should be fully employed. And we can go ahead and also get stuff from Byblos, although it does cost quite a bit to do that. All right. Everyone's leveling up. We're doing great. We're minus 62, but that's going to be just very, very temporary overall. We get everyone in, we get everyone leveled up, and then we'll be in a very good spot. There we go. Excess capacity increases the gems, clay, pottery, flax, linen, or jewelry already present there. So which ones did he do? Awesome. He did that for those guys, which is fantastic. All right, what do we got here?
I don't know why we came. This city never trades, and the short leave is boring.
So we are trading both. We're still exporting, and we have a ton of jewelry. What we need to do now, though, is we do need to take care of our gods. That's 500. That's quite a bit. We might wait just a little bit and see what's going on. I don't know why these people are not trading anymore. Okay, there they go. So they're going to start trading. They are going to be here for quite a while, which is why I have multiple docks. And in fact, let's go ahead and build another dock. Let's just do this right here. And they are going to trade. And that, because that's what they want, right? Yep. So I do wish they would also open up there and know that, hey, you can open up here and be fine, but it is what it is. And this is why I want to have as many docks as possible, because I do understand that we are going to have a supply and demand issue because of the length in which we are having to trade this stuff in. So we're going to go ahead and trade both of those guys. There we go, and that's just going to make us a ton of money. And then they're going to come here and they're going to get jewelry, or not jewelry, but where's their fire in the city? Okay. Didn't realize it would be that bad, but apparently it is. That's fine. Oh my goodness. Oh my word. It's real bad. Oh, and then I accidentally destroyed an entire one. Good job. Good job, Havoc. All right, cool. But as you can see, we're still going to make just a lot of money. We are going to make a lot. And then as these guys go along, I can almost deliver that. I can almost deliver it. Let's deliver it. There we go. Nope, nope, nope. One of these things does the Emperor. All right, well, apparently we're not going to worry about that. Not for now anyways. Let's go ahead and get some pottery rolling in. We have more than enough supplies to do so. And I think we should be able to import clay. Import to maintain 3,200. Which is a little excessive, I know, but we're at the point where we can kind of be excessive. And then we're just gonna do 4 pottery, so we're always up to date with everything going on there. 109, that's not too bad. We should go ahead and get started on everything because we have a lot to do. A pyramid complex does seem like one of the better options to do. It's intense. Actually, it's in the desert. I'm not even gonna apologize for that joke. We can totally Okay, so we're just going to leave it like that. They will go, they should be able to go and get it. What we need now are these boyos. And for now, they're going to work right there. Do they really need access? Is this something that they are actually needing? Because normally they can just go and do the things. If they actually need access, that's a bit different. Okay, so they do. All right, well, that's new. They're going to send lots and lots of people, though, which is good. I do think we're just going to have to move our work camps somewhere else. Like to here. Yes, I get that. I'm going to relocate all you guys. Go there. And then we will, for now, go here. We will expand to stonemasons and things of that nature, but for now, we're good. And then what do we have going on? Oh, we need people who can import clay. That's a very good point there. So once we get those people, we'll be right as rain. Did they get their stuff?
I don't know why we came. This city never trades, and the short leave is boring.
Well, we'll fix that eventually, but for now, we'll be fine. All right, we already have a population of 2,200. We have a lot of our worker camps, which are going to clearing that. What do we need for our... Here. We have more than enough jewelry. We should have more than enough gems eventually. Beer, wood, and granite. Okay. That sounds great. Let's actually do this. We're going to accept all and do half. We're going to accept all and do half. We're not going to import to trade that much. We're going to do half. Not 6,100. 1,600. Exportable. I can't make beer. Am I correct? Jeweler, potter, and papyrus maker. I cannot make beer. So how am I supposed to do this? When there is no one else. Am I stuck at a certain level? Can I not even get to... Oh, goodness gracious. Can I import copper? I can import copper. Okay, so we are quite literally just waiting on...
I can't wait to trade my supplies.
Clay.
I love the art of the deal. I can't wait to trade my supplies.
Keep going, everybody. You know what? We might even just do this. Just to bring us back into the positive so everything's hunky-dory. We're making tons of money, so we're not even... I don't think money is ever going to be a concern anymore. Already, which is pretty intense to think about. What do we got right here? There are no stonemasons to work on the monument. We already need stonemasons. All right, well, that is a bit different. Can I build... Can I build the pyramid there and then... Or not the pyramid. Yeah, I can do this. So let's build the Sphynx. Right here. And then a medium step pyramid right there. Is that a medium step pyramid? I don't exactly know. So they're going to work on that. We still need people. We need to wait until our population grows. There we go. There's our first pottery. So that's going to really help. And then what we're going to do is we're going to expand our... you know, we don't even need that right there. We could do something right here. And trade in copper. Now, I don't want that. I don't want to limit my access. I think we may go... May go right like this and import copper and accept weapons. Because we do need to think about that. I mean, we obviously are going to need we're obviously going to need the ability to make weapons. There we go. Let's go ahead and import copper. Import to maintain 1600. All right, so from that perspective, we're good. There's too little entertainment to be found, so we need to build ourselves a conservatory. That conservatory will send musicians all around, and that should level us up to the point where everyone's going to accept beer, or want beer, but won't be able to have access to it, which is a bit of a bummer, but it'll be okay. We'll get it figured out. I'm sure at some point in the future, we are going to need weapons, and we're going to need to do all the things that will allow us to expand to have access to beer. I just don't think it's ready yet. In fact, I'm just going to do this because I have to. There we go. Delete that. So how many people we got? We got 35 people. I was hoping for a few more, although we could just keep expanding. And so let's go ahead and build our third area so we can start expanding and working on the Sphynx and also working on these guys and start our sandstone production. Right? It is sandstone. Plainstone production. So guys, we're going to start our next area. Let's get right to it. All right, there we go. There's our next group of people here. Here we are. Sweet. All right. It's ready to rumble. We're going to get our huge influx of people. And then we also, I don't know if you saw that for the super brief second, but we now have new things, which bring us meat, clay, pottery, limestone, copper, and granite. And go ahead and open that up because that will allow us to bring that stuff in. And then meat is going to be our second food resource should we ever decide we want to do it. Don't know when, don't know how, but we will. And I also just realized that I didn't drop any bazaars in there, which I do find a bit bizarre. I'll let myself out. And then we can plaza this all up to make it look even fancier, especially for those who may not like the effects that what we have going on. Foreign army invades. Okay, that's not good. We have no one who's willing to trade for copper. We are importing to maintain 1600, and we're waiting for all these boyos to come in. So this is not ideal. Not ideal whatsoever. But let's go ahead and get a recruiter, because we can't afford these expenses. And we're going to build a military academy. Now, someone mentioned in my comment on the last episode that the game prioritizes troops over towers. So we'll keep that in mind. But for now, we're going to try and build, at least, I mean, this is useless for us in the moment, but it still would look cool to have some towers. And I don't know if these actually do help, but heck, it may just be a worthwhile venture just to see. If they help, then awesome. If they don't, then, you know, rip. But we'll try, we'll give it our best, and we'll see if they do end up saving the city per se, because yeah, we are in a world of hurt otherwise. So these guys, yep, they all sell copper. Let's go ahead and just open up the gyms to everyone. Because it is kind of a bummer that they're just only purchasing from one area, and they're not even going to the other ones. Give me the copper, please. Thank you. Okay, so they're prioritizing those guys for now. And I guess we could actually do... Oh, goodness gracious, I'm almost out of money. I am in debt. Okay, that's fun. That hasn't happened since the very beginning of the game, but that's alright. And it's not like we're in debt by a lot, although I may have to rescue my city if it's any more. We should be good. I just don't want to build anything, but I have to. We're gonna build one troop, and we'll be good there. They're gonna get all the units in there, and we'll be right as rain. We're gonna juggle the debt issue. But the only reason why it's a problem is because, well, we're trying to get as many of our stuff here. All right, we have that. Is there ever anything? There are no requests. Okay. There are no men stationed at this fort. To battle? With no Devons in your treasury, invaders decide to stay and oust you from your power. They'll find someone. Oh my word. Really? Defeat? No. We are going to, no. We're going to load an autosave. Ladies and gentlemen, we are restarting at a point earlier in the year. A couple of years back, actually, because, well, simply because they wouldn't trade because they're waiting on gems. Let's actually, it's just so frustrating because everyone here wants all the gems. You know what? Let's not trade in gems for just a little while, because we need to get our trade going for copper. So what I need to do is we're going to start, we need to redo this section, which we will certainly start in just a second. But then we're also going to establish our desire to build accept all up to half. We're going to accept all up to half. We're gonna establish this real quick so that we can fend off, because apparently towers do jack crap, which is very frustrating. So yeah, welcome back in time, just a smidgen. I hope you guys don't mind, and I hope you do understand. I didn't want to replay the entire mission simply because the trade mechanics in this game don't allow an overflow of ships into different regions. Like, I would think that's a problem that should be not happening in this this game of this late in the world of development, but here we are nonetheless. So we can't fit another dock there, I don't believe. Nope, we sure can't. So we are going to start right here. I'm going to build my new city over again, and I'll be right back. All right, there's our next city. We're finally getting our clay imported as well. And let's go ahead, we're importing to maintain that. We're getting rid of the gem export. And again, this is very temporary. This is just to establish our weapon system and get all of that going. So it's not like it's forever. We will be okay. We do have that military academy though. And we are going to trade in gems and jewelry. Because just why not? It just makes sense for everyone to do it all. And I just wish we could more easily, you know what, we can do this. We can totally do this. Okay, cool. Hold on. This is an older little, I won't say glitch, but a system. We're going to accept none. They can get all. These guys can get all, and then I'm actually going to have them get all too. So now they are going to go after, so it may not be super efficient, and we may need just like tons and tons of people doing it, but I think it'll be all right. We got our guys going up here, so now we should be able to win any scenario going forward. It's a little bit of a dumb thing that we're having to work around. Because again, the army system, we could have won perhaps with a tower and all that working for us, but not anymore. Everyone's going to work just fine. We need to build we'll build 2 conservatories and another juggler school, just so we're rocking and rolling well enough. And then that should be it. There we go. Awesome. We're going to start getting some more people in. We do need to worship the gods. There we go. It's been too long and forever. All right. So, and then we mentioned we were going to start working on the other 2 things here. We're going to work on our Sphynx. Let's build our medium pyramid here. and our Sphynx, which can go right there. Again, just getting used to the new systems is crucial. 120, so let's go ahead and do this. We are going to... Nope, I don't want to build that inside there. But if we went here... roadblock this... and just had a constant supply of stonemasons. For now, I think that will help. And that way they can start working on all the things they need to, and then at some point, we need to work on our plain stone supply. Because I do think we're going to need lots and lots of plain stone. So we're going to drag and drop a warehouse over here. I do love this new system of not having to worry about anything. Let's go there. And for now, plain stone, accept all. All right, that is going to put us in a little bit of debt, but we should be okay. And here we go. This is what I mean. Like, we're able to overflow into here, which is going to allow things to be fulfilled much, much easier. And yeah, between everything, new trade route available as well. Where is that? That's Inuit. Yeah, that's fine with me. And there we go. We're in debt just a little bit. A minor blessing. We can't get to the monument staging area. See what's blocking the planks that mark it. I don't know what that means. Foreign army invades, it'll be there in 10 months. We have 16 soldiers now. We are heavily in debt, so we are going to stop importing here. And then we don't have to get, we're just going to accept all between all of them. Well, no, we need to differentiate. We do need to have some standards. Accept none. We are going to accept all. Accept none. And then here, we are just going to accept and accept all and only do half and half. So we may even be able to empty this stuff. If we say we want to empty it, then they will empty it. And then we'll just have an extended area where that's just how it is. All right, so we do, oh my word, we're gonna have to bail myself out. That's awkward. We're gonna have to give 5,000 bucks to the city. I'm not entirely sure what we are lacking in.
I don't know why we came. This city never trades, and the short leave is boring.
Okay, so we can export when over 400. All right, we got that rolling. Go ahead and build a fort of archers just so we can equip them as much as possible. And then here we go. This is where we're going to start finally exporting and doing the good work and making a good, fantastic amount of money. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. All right, I think we're finally back on track. We're doing okay. Can we export plain stone? Nope, but we can import it. Don't really see a need for that. What I do see a need for is we are going to need some wood at half, and we can bring that in. I wish I could make it, but again, limitations of the game. Importing to maintain 800, that might be enough. And then we just need a few carpenters. Let's go here, 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 and here. And now we just need wood, which we need to bring in. There we go. Awesome. Wood's being brought in. We got this totally. You defeated the army. Rebuild as soon as possible. We got it. All right. Now that we have established all of those things, we should be able to... I just don't understand why they can't get to this. I don't know what they mean here. Are we just gonna have to delete this? I think we're just gonna have to destroy it. That sucks. I see, yeah, there's something definitely wonky going on. So what if we cut into here? I do wonder if it's that bridge. Well, where in the tarnations can I put this thing now? Let's move King's Road. And let's see if we can build the monument over here. It's not ideal. Okay, we can't even build it over here. Are we just completely SOL? Something happened which removed the staging area's ability to do that. We are going to waste money out the wazoo. Okay, hold on. There it is. Okay, we've got that rolling. Nothing should be in the way now. And we should be all good. Kingdom standing climbs. Awesome. Gotta love to see it. Let's hold a new festival for Ra. We can deliver that, so that's going to increase our standing again. Okay, here we go. All right, now we're making bacon. There we go. 57 people, that's all right. We'll get it done. And then we have our laborers working on the Sphynx. Everything's hunky-dory, am I correct? Sort of correct. Correct in a way. We still can't import beer, can we? Beer is exportable. Wait a second. Where can I? So I can import that. Are we experiencing a wonderful, delicious little bug? They sell reeds and stuff, correct? There is no one who sells... Oh no. We may have a bug. Because no one sells... No one sells the beer. No one at all. No matter what they say. I cannot open a path to import barley. We are simply stuck. Now, I don't know if it's a bug. It may not be. We're going to give him a little bit of grace. We have a lot of things that we can do in the meantime, so it's not like it's a huge deal. What are we waiting on here? Limestone. Oh, heavenly goodness. And you know what? The dingleberry that is me did not put a stinking architecture post or anything here. Alright, we should be fine now. Except all. And we're going to need some limestone, apparently. We need to rebuild our armies. So we're going to work on that. Apparently we don't have food anymore. Have we extinct? We made the ostrich extinct? I don't know that we have. We just do have a rather huge demand for stuff. All right, well, we need to figure out what in the world's going on. Yeah, I think we got that figured out. We're all good there. Work is progressing nicely. Everything's running relatively hunky-dory, I think. We're gonna stop. We're gonna stop doing this. This needs to happen. We need to send troops within 12 months, and of course we don't have troops. Because we deleted it trying to figure out the stinking pyramid. Fantastic, fantastic news. I'm gonna save this, I'm gonna reload it because I don't see where we can import beer, even though they're saying that we can. I just don't know where it is. Because I am trying to zoom out as far as I can, and the only 3 places that I can do, they don't sell it. And they certainly don't sell it either. All right, let's see if there's a bug. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no bug, but we do have the Sphynx finished, and it looks glorious. So we're just going to have to see what happens. But for right now, we do need a lot of things. More peasants would hasten this job. All right, cool. We got that rolling. Let us accept all the limestone possible, just so we can get that rolling. But yes, there is no bug. There are no bugs. There is no bugs. We don't have any bugs present that are causing, at least none that I can see. Or if there is a bug, we can't see it. So that is a little frustrating, as we do need that in order to make beer, so I potentially can't make beer now. So that you can see where the frustration comes from. We can export straw, we can export beer and linen. I don't even know that we can bring in yeah, there's lots of stuff going on. There's lots of stuff going on that I can't figure out, so it is unfortunate. It's just the way things are with older games like these. Even under a remaster, you're still looking at potential issues all over the place. Now, in terms of our ratings, we have a fantastic monumental rating, or kingdom standing rather. So I'm not worried about that. What I'm more worried about is everything else, basically, because we're struggling a bit. I'm gonna have to build another region, another housing block, and I don't know how sustainable this expansion is going to be. Oh, we need to send, that's right. Let's go. Of course, they're not as easily labeled as they were in the past. And we're gonna go ahead and send the lions as well, in the hopes that they will be fine, that they will do okay. And then we're gonna go ahead and build another set of archers. There we go. That way we're at least building something, right? And now that the Sphynx is finished, we can kind of, I don't want to decorate it. I think it'd be fun to just have some things in front of it. There we go. That actually looks really cool. There we go. That's not too shabby. And then we could totally decorate this. I don't think we need any big giant floating heads or hippopotamuses. We'll flank it on the other end once it's done. There we go. I like it. I like it a lot. Cool. Well, we'll leave that be for now. What we need to do, I think, is we need to influence more gemstone production. Let's go here. We have that to fulfill, which is great. Again, the granite and all that stuff, we're going to have to figure out what's up and how we can get it rolling even more, because it's in a terrible, terrible state at the moment. And that's causing lots of issues. Again, this kills me inside. Just the fact that it's not overflowing. Like, overflow into the other area, please. So that way we can get working like we need to, because, God, this is starting to hit the limitations of the remaster, and it's really starting to hit hard. Again, I don't have anything, but if we sent off enough troops, the hope there is that we will be able to import it then, which would be... Oh, the Egyptian army is defeated. Alright, well, that sucks. It wasn't enough troops. We'll simply have to continue along. So guys, I'm not going to do a whole lot right now. We're going to just try and figure out things. I'm going to build another section here, but I'm going to come back to you when there's something a little more entertaining, a little more of an update that's not just me playing in panic mode while I try and figure out poor game mechanics. See you all in just a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a little bit. In fact, it's been a good long while. Nothing interesting has happened until now, and that interesting thing is Dashur. What we failed to capture earlier is now open for business. Not only that, it's a land trade route. Not only that, but they sell both barley and beer and plain stone and limestone. Now, we are definitely going to do that, which is going to be grand, but what's grand about it is that we can now have a steady supply of limestone in here, and we can import beer. Beer is very important. Import to maintain 1600. We have to juggle this pretty darn carefully. And the only reason why, or the biggest reason why anyways, is that we're going to go 32 there. We still have to manage our expectations for importing and exporting. Now, we do have a land trade route, which means that we will be able to more easily trade all of those things that are over there. But for now, we still have to manage our money relatively well, because, well, it can be a pretty big issue. But the good thing is that we can start working on taxes, and we can start doing all those things, because we can finally import stinking beer. Oh, it sounds like such a trivial thing, but it has been a source of stress trying to figure out what I can do and how I can do it better. So to see the ability to even come in here and do this is going to be great. It'll bring us plenty of workforce, and we can just pretty generally just have a more pleasant experience. Now, unfortunately for you, it doesn't mean all that much has changed, because while that has opened things up and we are making way, we still have to worry about all of the things. And all of those things including loads and loads and loads of plain stone, as well as limestone. And limestone's expensive. Even though we had a price cut earlier in the year being the year of this game, it's still pretty tough. And now what we are also working on is we're trying to complete all of those things. And in fact, so much so that I'm going to accept none there. We're going to accept all there. I'm only going to accept 1/4 because that's all we really need. But then we also need some granite. And I don't remember how many pieces of granite we need. We need 12 blocks of granite. We can get 12 blocks of granite. That's a piece of cake. Import to maintain 12 blocks. And from there, it's going to simply be beer next. So we should pay attention the next time that it gets dropped. But we also have the workforce and ability to be able to manufacture our own beer. So there's a little bit of beer, just a smidgen. I'm going to accept all halfway. I'm going to import barley to maintain 1600. And then we are going to, oh, I can't actually manufacture it, can I? Oh, never mind. That's dumb. Do not trade. That would be useless. So we are just going to have to rely on them, but that is 600 beer, which is required. Oh, nope, never mind. Got all snatched away. That's all good. No worries, no concerns. We're simply just trying to make things work as quickly as possible. More blessings left, right, front, and center across the board. We are starting to make some really good headway on our medium pyramid, and even a little bit of headway on our pyramid complex. So guys, it's time to go back to where I sit around and twiddle my thumbs as I wait for more beer and more everything else to come in. In fact, we're going to stockpile so I can have it. I'll see you the next time there's something worth updating on. Alright, hello everybody. We are back several years in the future, and we have drastically expanded everything. There's a lot of stuff going on. We've got lots and lots of plainstone. We are trying to get as much plainstone to here as possible. We're trying to consolidate the best that we can, although that does mean we have a pretty decently big demand. But we can see here we've expanded our limestone expansion. We have someone who thinks that they can come in 2 months and take us out, but it's not going to work quite as planned. And then we started our papyrus industry, working the everything over there, and we're doing just dandy. I wanted to chime in and let you know that we're making some headway. This is still only 21% complete, but our medium pyramid is almost complete, and it's going to look fantastic next to that. We're going to go to battle, and of course, we're not even going to hardly lose any people, which is fine by me. We're making a decent bit of money. We're balancing that out. It would be a lot more if we didn't have to import so much limestone, but that's all right. And now our medium pyramid is finished. And we can delete that road, which was giving us some quicker access. No more there. Fantastic. Awesome. We need 456 blocks of limestone, loads and loads of plainstone. Well, that's a thing, but regardless, I think we're doing all right. This is going to take forever. But once again, we're just going to sit back and relax, and I'll see you in a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and you have been watching the time lapse of this great giant pyramid being built. Oh, it's been a long journey, and honestly, I've had to sit here the entire time. I'm seriously contemplating the future of the series at the end of this episode, because we're working on 2 hours of game footage at this moment in time, and an hour of that has been watched building this. It's a little unsustainable if I'm not making 2 hours worth of content that's worthwhile. I mean, essentially, I'm cutting this down to a 50-minute video. So let me know your thoughts and concerns in the comment section down below. The pyramid is finished, which should mean, boom, victory. Mission was completed in 461 months, and probably 80% of that was spent watching. So keep that in mind, guys. I'll see if I can continue on the missions, but if there is some stuff that we're having to deal with in the future where I'm building multiple monuments all over the place, then it may not be terribly worthwhile. So guys, first and foremost, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. We will continue with our next mission in the next episode. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. This is Havoc, and I'll see you in the next one.